And we're live. Hello, everybody. It's Thursday night, and that means only one thing. Amelia, what's it mean?
It's What's the Buzz time.
That's it. Thursday night. We do it every Tuesday, every Thursday. Tonight is part 2 of Abandon America. Let's tell everybody, first of all, welcome to the
Yes.
2WTF Radio Network. What's the Buzz Popcast? You heard me right. It's a popcast. We're not a podcast.
Nope.
Nope. And we don't do wrestling.
No
Just
more.
no more. No more. I am your host, one of your hosts anyway. I'm Angelo Mad Dog DeCipio, joined by Amelia the Pitbull Chapman. Tonight's episode, Abandoned Amusement Parks, not so funny business.
No, it's
And yeah.
not. It's kind of
and,
sad, actually.
It is kind of sad. It's that we're actually going to see some video and a lot of pictures tonight, but we're going to see a really interesting video. Come to find out, Amelia, that this is not an unusual phenomenon.
No. It's not.
We have a lot of abandoned land and abandoned buildings in this country. Come to find out, it's actually worse overseas.
Oh, yes, absolutely it is.
Yeah, I found this out today. It's actually worse overseas. We're calling this series Abandoning America, Fading Memories and Awesome Structures. Beautiful architecture,
Oh,
beautiful
yes.
buildings that are incredible. You want to take these things home with you to preserve them. We talked Tuesday night about, this beautiful hand carved elephant that
Yes.
was at the local shopping mall here. Thankfully, somebody bought it. But what about those structures, Amelia,
Yes.
that don't get purchased?
Or the
What
beautiful
happens?
artwork that's left in those movie theaters
Mm-hmm.
that is made to make it beautiful. They just fade away.
Yeah,
Oh,
and unfortunately, that's what's happening in a lot of these cases. They are fading
fading.
um, due to time and weather and
Deteriorating.
conditions.
Hmm.
Yeah, deteriorating into dust in
Yes.
some cases.
Or demolished, actually.
You know what? Can I tell you something? And and I don't want the listeners out there to judge me for this, but I'd rather see a building be demolished than fall in on itself.
Exactly, that's true.
And the problem is you have too many. Part of being a country with such great wealth is that
Hmm.
we take for granted our wealth, and
Yes.
we build these monuments and structures, and then when we're finished with them we walk away. Oh, well, I'll just build another one. Well, in the meantime, the one that you left is already starting to rot in on itself.
Yes.
So
Thinking,
now
what
what do
did
you
you
do?
just, why did you build me? Why did you leave me behind? I'm here
Thank you.
still. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's my point.
Yes.
That's my point. So does that anger you too?
Oh, absolutely. Because it's a beautiful building. I'm here. I'm still alive and well. You could still put something in me, a business or people. Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you. That's
Hmm.
and I treat these places like living beings because
Absolutely.
to me they are. A
Yes.
theater to me is a living creature. A
Absolutely.
shopping mall is a living creature. A stadium is you're going to see some stuff tonight
Hmm.
that's going to break your heart.
Oh, yes.
And yeah, it really is. It's going to break your heart. And I'm going to we're going first of all before we do anything. I got to give a shout out
Yes.
to WHYY TV 12, Wilmington, Philadelphia, Public Broadcasting Network here in Philadelphia. And thank you
Yes.
to
Absolutely.
PBS. WWTF Radio says thank you.
Yes. Thank
We
you.
are using, with permission, we're using a clip from PBS, and we will show that tonight. But we want to always thank them first.
Absolutely. We thank you very much.
Yes. So when last you and I spoke, Amelia, we were just about, I teased everybody a little bit.
Yes.
I was teasing you guys. We were just about to see abandoned Olympic stadiums. Well, we're going to call it abandoned Olympics. So before we get into that
Mhm.
one, I'm going to tease you just a little bit more. Um, What is your favorite memory of the Olympics? What year and what country?
Oh my goodness, it's still so hard. I think I like the figure skating is my favorite. I think it is.
Really?
Oh, I loved it because it's just the way the costumes were and the way they would lift it up so easy with grace and things like that. And I think it's also the track meet as well. I like the track meet because the way they could run so fast, and I'm like, I wish I could
Yeah.
run like that one day, but nope, not me. Too short.
I have to tell you, I have two favorites.
Hmm.
I have the one in Beijing, China,
Hmm.
and the one in Rio de Janeiro.
Oh yeah, that is beautiful. The Rio de
Yeah,
Janeiro. Yes.
that was and the spectacular
Hmm.
scenery
Oh
in
yes.
Rio. It's so
Oh,
bright and sunny and colorful. We're going to see perhaps not so colorful scenery tonight, but
no.
I want everybody to take a look at this. This is our tonight abandoned Olympics. Now we're going to see some stuff tonight in abandoned Olympics. Some of it will disturb you, some of it will make you sad, some will break your heart, and some of it will leave you scratching your head, thinking to yourself, "What were they thinking?" This is just the kind of thing you have to be prepared for when you do a show like this. So let's take a look at the abandoned Olympics. This is now this is a very interesting case. I want to talk to you about what this is. This was actually in Rio.
Oh,
Okay.
beautiful.
Now,
Still.
look at the picture on the left, that beautiful blue water in that pool,
Oh yes.
right? Now, the same pool on the right,
Oh my
it's
goodness.
filled with muddy water and dirt. You can't even recognize it as a pool, but I want you to look at that beautiful building behind. The only reason I know it's the same building is because of the architecture of the woman on the end of the building. You see her?
Yes.
That's the only reason I know it's the same building. Otherwise, I had to really like look at this twice going, is that the same structure?
My goodness.
This is an amazing shot. Okay.
Hmm.
That's a swimming pool, by the way. Okay.
You can't
In
even
case
tell.
you don't know, that's a pool.
Hmm.
It's a huge, huge building. That building holds 20,000 people. Right now, there's no one in it, and it's falling apart in on itself. That was from Lake Placid. And this stadium here, this was also from Beijing. Um, it's an interesting site. I don't know what their intention was here, but they built this stadium and they never used it.
Wow.
They built the stadium, never, it was never, the building you're looking at
Hmm.
was never used for anything.
Wow.
I don't know what it was supposed to be. It looks to me, and maybe if you look at it, Amelia, it looks kind of like a football stadium or a
Soccer
maybe a
field,
kind of
maybe.
a soccer, yeah, maybe like
Hmm.
soccer
Right.
or lacrosse or something like that. But it's a shame because the place never even got used.
Look at that.
This is a better picture of that swimming pool you just saw. I want you to look at what's floating in that water. What do you think that is?
Looks like tiles or some paper or something from the, or maybe from the
No,
stands or
I
something.
thought so too. I
Hmm.
thought so too. You know what it is?
No.
It's the tiles from the ceiling
Oh my gosh.
falling into the pool.
So
Yes,
any day
they're
that thing could
tiles.
crumble.
The whole. Wait till you see the. I'm going to show you a better picture.
Hmm.
You're going. It's so sad. It really is.
Oh my
It
goodness.
really, really is. This is a beautiful. Think about how many gold medals were won there. This is another example of a building that looks brand new, and it's good. Its grass is just growing up all over it. Look at it.
My
It looks
goodness.
like I don't know what it's for, but it's beautiful. What do you think that would be for? I have no idea.
Maybe a baseball field it could have been or something like that, an
I,
outdoor
you
event,
know what?
maybe
I thought so too, but
jostling,
then I
maybe?
realized that, and I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, and
Mhm,
maybe you could tell me if I'm wrong.
mhm.
But I don't know. I don't think baseball's an Olympic sport,
No,
is it?
jostling maybe something like that could have been.
Maybe. That's
Mhm,
a good guess. Yeah, maybe.
mhm.
Because I honestly I don't know if anybody, any of you out there that are watching, that would like to venture a guess what that might be. Please let us know.
Yeah, 'cause
Because we simply don't know. This
mm,
here, it's just so sad.
yeah, look at that.
Um, those are ski lifts.
Mhm.
You know, I mean not ski lifts. Those are
Yeah,
the ski ramps.
right.
Um, in the winter, this is from the Winter Olympics.
Mhm,
Um, you know, they come flying down there on their skis, right?
mhm.
Look what it looks like now. It's just so it breaks your heart
Look at that.
to think that they're just left there to rot. They build. Here you go.
Oh my goodness, look at that.
What do you think that is?
Is that the pool still?
It's a pool. Yeah, yeah. In
Wow.
fact, it's the pool I just showed you
Wow.
in that big, huge building. Remember, I just showed
Yeah.
you. That's it.
My goodness, look at that.
The ceiling tiles are falling off that ceiling. That building holds. I'll probably. I want to guess, and I'm a bad guesser, but I'm going to say probably. What would you think, Amelia? Maybe 15, 20,000 people,
About 20,000, I would say, yeah.
right?
Yeah, because about a
Big,
state like a
big building. How
stadium
many
size.
great swimmers swam in that pool? Look at it.
Exactly. Look at that.
That's what the ski lift used to look like,
Wow.
with the beautiful snow on it. You
It's
know.
gorgeous.
Now, remember Beijing, China?
Yes.
That stadium made news for its architecture.
It's
Okay.
beautiful.
Now, you're looking at a picture of when the Olympics were happening. You're going to see that stadium a few times, right?
Mhm.
But that's when the stadium was. Oh, by the way, Amelia, here you
Mhm.
go. Yeah, I think you might be right. That picture we saw, that blue building that you
Mhm.
said might be a baseball stadium.
Yes.
This is that's you're looking at it. You're
Wow.
inside now looking out.
Look at that.
And it looks like it might be some kind of it may be some kind of I don't know. Maybe they did do baseball.
Something
I
like
don't know,
that. Yeah.
or lacrosse. Maybe I think
Mhm.
something with a ball and a net because there's a big net there.
Mhm.
What do they play? They play volleyball. What?
Lacrosse, it could be, like you said, could be baseball, something like that with the at night because of the lights. The lights gave it
Yeah.
away.
Now here you go.
Look at
Now
that
you're going to
building.
start to see signs of wear. You see big. Oh, this was a very unusual. I couldn't even believe I found this.
Wow.
You're not going to believe what these goofy people did. You see where they're next to, okay?
Yeah, it looks like a
Those
plant.
of you that are listening to this on the radio, you can't see what I'm looking at. I'm going to describe this to you. I'm looking at a 70-foot high slalom track next to. I can't even make this up, folks.
No.
I promise you. It's next to a nuclear plant.
Yes, it is next to a nuclear plant. Yeah, not kidding.
Okay, I can't even. Amelia, please tell me if I'm lying, please.
No, you're not lying. It is next to a nuclear plant.
It's next to a nuclear plant. They put a slalom next to a nuclear.
Yes.
Why? Again, too much money and not enough brains.
I
I
just
don't know what to
I
tell
just
you.
feel bad when it goes around that big nuclear thing right there.
Now that's. I want you to see a before and after.
Mhm.
This is the United States and Russia hockey team
Yes.
playing at Lake Placid. My nephew had the honor of playing on that ice.
Awesome.
Okay. Beautiful. They called it the Miracle on Ice Stadium.
Oh, that's
That's
gorgeous.
it
Look at
now.
that. Look at that.
Look at that now. It's the
Wow.
same stadium. It's the same stadium. Look at it. It's empty and
Wow.
falling apart, and half the seats are missing.
Mm.
What a sad, sad sight.
Look at that.
Again, another before and after. What you're looking at is this is called the relay swimming. I think
Mm.
that's what they call it.
Yes.
Where they have to go and touch the other person,
Oh, yes.
and
Uh-huh.
they, like tag team swimming, I guess what you want to
Yes.
call it.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, folks, but
Like they do for the track when they have to do
yeah,
the
I'm
tagging out.
off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm off my game when it comes to Olympic stuff.
It's been a while since we've seen it.
Yeah, right.
Because of COVID had to, of
But
course, stopped a
yeah,
lot of
but
them.
look at the
Mhm.
right. It's the
Oh my
same.
god. Mm.
It's the same building, and you can clearly see it. Look at all you have to do is just look at that pool.
Wow, look at
It's
that.
falling in on itself. It's very sad to look at this stuff.
It is very sad.
And my wife and I love the Olympics. We watch it a lot.
Hmm.
This here is the training rink at the Olympic Village. This one, I believe.
Jeez.
Oh, by the way, in case you're wondering what those are, folks, they're ice skates. They're all about 1,000 pair of ice skates.
Yeah, and they're piled up like into a little hill. So in case
They
like if
are
you're,
piled up
yeah.
into a massive hill. In
Hmm.
fact,
And they're, if you can't really see, because I know
this
you're
is what they
listening.
found there.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
they're
found.
all rusty looking.
Yeah, everybody left their skates there.
Hmm.
We saw a picture of this Tuesday,
Yes.
a close-up picture. You're looking at a faraway picture of the Olympic Village. This one was in Germany. Oh, I'm sorry, not Germany.
No.
Wrong one. This
Hmm.
was Sarajevo.
Yes.
This was Sarajevo. Um, and we looked at a picture, a close-up picture on Tuesday. People don't understand that when the Olympics are over, they leave. The
Yes.
athletes leave. The people leave. And so these buildings, guess what? They're
Yeah.
empty, and they
Yes.
stay empty for years.
And what is left behind is left behind.
And when it's left behind, it falls in on itself, and you're going to
Yes.
see several of them tonight. A really sad, sad story. This is all that's left here of one stadium. In fact, there aren't, you can see the perimeter. There's not even a building around it. It's
It
just
looks like a
where,
crop circle for the
yeah,
people
it
that are
looks like a
listening to the
crop
radio.
circle. That's where
Hmm.
the building used to be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's remarkable. Here you go. This is pretty.
Yes.
I got to give these kids credit
Yes.
because, again, for those of you, listening on the radio, we're looking at a luge. This is called, or what's commonly called the bobsled run. We're looking at a bunch of teenagers. They graffitied the hell out of it, and they made a racing track for
Hmm.
themselves. And you know what I say? Good for them.
Yep. They made something out of it. They
They
did
made something
something.
out of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And safety first, helmets, gloves. I can see that pads.
And
So
they're wearing their safety gear.
yes,
Absolutely. And
absolutely.
good for them. Now, you want to see something sad.
Yes.
This is an outside amphitheater. Look at everything's just growing up over
Oh,
everything here. It's really, I wish that some of you that are listening on the radio could see what we're looking at, and you
a lot
can
of
see
weeds.
on Facebook,
Yes.
YouTube, and our many visual outlets. But again, we're broadcasting largely to a radio audience tonight. But I will tell you that we're looking at an abandoned Olympic amphitheater that once held great glory and now is a relic to time and weather.
Yes.
Again, another one left to time and weather. This was from, I believe this might have been, Amelia,
Hmm.
in Rio, because I think there's the Rio de Janeiro right
I
on top of
believe
it.
it is the Rio. Hmm.
Yeah. And so that is what's left of that great stadium.
You know what? They could turn it into like a dirt bike racing place.
It will, yeah. Well, look,
Yeah, it's beautiful to turn it into something like
there's
that.
what's left of it here is there's the Olympic rings.
Yes.
All right, and they're inside of a building. What they're doing there, I don't know. They should be up,
Standing
proudly
proud.
mounted.
Yes.
But again,
Hiding
people,
away.
yeah, people walk away, Amelia,
Hmm.
and here you go.
Yeah.
They walk away and they just let it crumble.
Is that it falling at place right there and it just
Yeah,
crumbling?
this is you're looking right now at the Olympic Stadium in Beijing, China. What they decided to do was implode it. This
Wow.
was, I believe, this was the track stadium. This is where all the track meets were done, the running,
Wow.
and the relays and stuff like that. You can clearly, again, another shot of that bobsled with the graffiti. But I say, hey, good for them kids
I'm
for
so
doing
glad they
something.
did something with that.
Now, remember that stadium I showed you in China?
Yes.
That beautiful structure?
This gorgeous
You're
structure. Yes.
watching it fall in on itself. Take a look at what's around it. It's all empty, it's all deserted land now. And you're going to see this building systematically crumble in. This was the Olympic Village. Again, no athletes when the Olympics are over, they go home and the buildings, they become abandoned. They're empty.
Mm.
And nobody ever uses them for
No,
anything.
nobody's there to water the trees or anything like that. They
No,
just depend on the
nobody's there to
rain
water the
and
tree. Nobody's there to take
take
over.
care.
I would think that some place like this would make a great office complex.
Oh, absolutely. Or a college dorm or something.
Sure,
Use it for something like that.
absolutely, but it's
Or
instead it's just
mhm,
growing over and falling
mhm,
apart. That's that pool
absolutely.
again.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's a close up look at that pool. And you can see how beautiful it once was, but look at it now. There's just nothing left there. It's just such a shame. It really breaks my
It
heart.
is. Oh
Talk
my
about
gosh.
breaking your heart. Look at this.
It's like a
This,
sinkhole right in the center there.
yeah. Well, what you're looking at are the remnants of largely from, I believe, if I remember reading this right, and I should know because I read this today. This was from the ice skating arena
Mm-hmm.
because there were two of them next to each other, and I think that's the one behind it.
Yes.
Yeah, and it looks like, yeah. Okay, so this is the right one. This is from the ice skating arena because they had an ice skating arena and then they had another ice arena where they do that speed skating.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's the one behind it. And you're looking at what's left of that ice arena. That's what it used to look like.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. And look at it now.
That's what the pool used to look
Look at
like.
that. Look at
Wait,
that pool.
oh, it's
Look
going to
at
get.
that.
There's
Oh
that.
my
Look at that.
gosh.
Isn't that terrible? Isn't that terrible?
It's about to crumble like
That's
right
the
in front of
Olympic
them like that.
Village. Again, there's that structure looks like a crop circle.
Mm-hmm.
Amelia calls it.
Look at that.
All right, now that used to be the hockey arena,
Mm.
and it's nothing now. There, somebody, I believe somebody's dismantling it. It looks like they are anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, at some point, some government has to step in and decide: are we going to spend money to fix these places up, or are we going to just knock them down? In some cases, it's better just to knock them down than to let them go, falling in on themselves.
Right? Because you never know who could be in there doing who knows what or just
Yeah.
going in there to
Oh,
stay
look
to
at
keep
this.
warm. Oh my gosh.
This is the ski lift.
Wow.
This
It
is
doesn't even look like
yeah.
that.
Look at the difference.
Wow.
The
Look at those.
same building, 1896 and 2020. Look at it. That building is 100 years old, over 100 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and still standing. And
Wow.
guess what? Still being used. That should be a lesson in history.
Yes. Like the person that built it knew what they were doing.
Though they knew what the hell they were doing. Absolutely.
Yes,
It's
they
a
did.
gorgeous, gorgeous venue.
Beautiful.
Beautiful stadium. Really, really is. That's a track stadium too, Amelia.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's a running track stadium. This here is the bobsled luge. Um, and again, another giant ski ramp that goes to nowhere.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, abandoned Olympic Stadium.
It could fall in any minute.
Yeah, and that was, in fact, look at the middle of it, Amelia.
Hmm.
You can still see the big scoreboard hanging from the center of
Oh
the
yeah, look
building.
at that.
And they probably had, I'll bet you there was probably an ice arena here
Hmm.
or one of those speed skating
Hmm.
arenas because it definitely looks like a big ice arena.
Yes, I believe that's what it was. I think because it held
Yeah,
the big in there.
here you go. Before and after pictures are always scary.
Oh my gosh.
This is the Olympic swimming pool in Rio de Janeiro. Look at it today.
Jeez. It's like
A
they used it
horrible,
for what,
horrible
two
sight to
weeks and
behold.
then let it go.
Yeah, it makes me sad. It really does.
Hmm.
Yeah, and we're getting to the end of this one here. Oh, uh, wait a minute. You're looking at this thinking to yourself, Angelo, you're lost your mind. What the hell is it?
It's like, why didn't
Can't
we
make
put like a house right in the middle of everything?
this is in Rio.
Yeah. It's
It's
like a
a
room with a
house
tub, if you can't see what I'm
that
talking about.
became engulfed with sand.
Yeah.
A lot of sand.
Yeah.
Like a lot, a lot.
Yeah. If people can't see, it's like a big old room with like three doors, and there's a big old tub in the middle with sand in
Yeah.
it.
This place, I don't know what the hell. Oh, here we go.
Yeah. It looked like a big old castle with like doors, numbers, and
I know, but they look like tunnels that go into like nowhere.
it was like
I'd
weird.
be
And it's like,
scared to go. Um,
which
yeah, now we're
number do we
looking at some
choose?
unusual stuff. This, what you're looking at now,
It looks like
it's kind of it's sad and it
asylum of
the
some
the
sort.
the backstory should make you very angry. This is called the Penhurst Asylum in Pennsylvania.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
abandoned. It was a psychiatric children's hospital.
Oh my gosh.
So many children died there. It's not even funny to think about.
The stories
But
behind
this
it.
is yes. This is we're talking about what you that little doll there probably belonged to some little girl.
Hmm.
Okay,
Maybe a 7-year-old
you
little
talk
girl that
about if
never
those if those walls
walls
could
could
talk,
talk. Yeah.
But we have a couple. Okay, we talked about this chair the other night.
Yes.
That's the
Oh,
famous barber
at a
chair
prison.
in a prison in Pennsylvania.
Hmm.
This is called Krakow, Italy. It's an entire abandoned city in Italy. Why did it become abandoned? Well, I'm gonna tell you in a second, but you could probably guess by looking at the area. There's a little mountain there in Italy called Pompeii. You
Wow.
may have heard of it. Well, the mountain of Pompeii erupted
Yes. It was a
and
volcano,
killed
wasn't
every
it?
living thing in the city.
Mm.
And it never, ever recovered. And we're going back hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years to Pompeii.
Hmm.
Probably a couple of thousand, but many, many hundred.
Wow.
Let's see what else we got here to show you guys. Oh, can you tell me what the hell this is?
It looks like a cathedral of some sort, isn't it?
It does, doesn't it?
Hmm.
Would you like to guess what I found out what this is? And you're gonna shit yourself when I tell you.
If it's not a cathedral, let's see, museum maybe?
Uh-uh.
No?
It's the Plaza Hotel in Detroit. That's the
Wow.
lobby.
That's the lobby?
It's an abandoned hotel in Detroit, Michigan.
Wow.
It's called the Plaza Hotel in Detroit, And that's what you're looking at is the lobby. You can I mean, that's a huge lobby. I thought this was a church when I saw it.
That's exactly what I thought when I looked at
It
it.
does. It looks like a church, doesn't it?
Yes.
Look at that place.
You look around and you're like, whoa.
Now, if somebody says to you, Amelia, if your husband Jeff says, Amelia, I know this great place for burgers, shakes, and fries.
Uh
Don't let him take you there. Okay?
huh. Sounds like a
Let me
place that we
know if
went a few
Jeff
years
takes you
ago.
there, because I'll tell him he's a cheap bastard. Okay?
Sounds like a place we went a few years ago,
Wait,
and
look at this
we
place.
went back the next day, and it was an
It's a
abandoned house.
diner. I can't believe it's an actual diner restaurant
Really?
in the middle of no I mean, there's nothing there. In the middle of nowhere. It's
Mm,
crazy.
wow,
I
reminds me
thought
of
to
a place
myself,
I went
what kind of like genius decided to build a diner
in the
in the
middle of
middle of
nowhere,
nowhere?
or and it says, "Come over here, it's the middle of nowhere. You can find me,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
no other businesses like me, just me alone."
The next category, I call this abandoned Americana
Uh huh.
because there's a lot of unusual stuff here. I want you to take a look at the
Yes.
old general store. You recognize that because you're the one who gave me the picture.
Yeah, in Oregon, it's like that one little bitty store right in the middle of nowhere.
Hmm.
Yeah, and that's a school in Detroit,
Abandoned high
Michigan.
school,
Hmm.
abandoned gas station in North
Those old
Carolina,
time gas stations when I
old
was
time
growing
gas
up.
station.
Yep. Hmm.
Yep.
And that
The
was the
old
first
general
general
store.
store.
Yeah, sure is beautiful.
That's how it
It what
started
must
out.
have been a great looking place.
It was a general store and it was a post office back in the day in the 1900s when it first
And that
started out.
asylum you just saw was
Hmm.
also, believe it or not, a medical building.
Yes, it was, and this was a train station back in the day.
Yeah,
That was what.
yes, an old train
Hmm.
station. Yeah, it sure was.
Yeah,
Um,
and
and
this was
this
a
is
mall at one time.
yep, this was a mall at one time in New York,
Mhm.
Buffalo, New York.
Yeah, park your car and you could walk around, and pretty much everything you needed was right there. Stores, mom
Yeah.
and pop store, everything.
Oh,
There.
this we talked right over this one. Hold on a second.
Hmm.
There's a
Yeah.
place here. This is we're coming up on Baltimore.
Hmm.
I want to let
Yes.
people see this here just a second.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And there
this is
was,
called the Old Town Mall in Baltimore,
yeah,
Maryland.
and a lot of them, mom and pop stores, you could live upstairs because they even rented apartments up there, so people lived
Yeah,
actually upstairs too.
yeah, and this
Hmm.
is the ending, a sad ending to a great,
Hmm.
once beautiful area in Baltimore called the shopping district.
And that was part of the train station right there. What it looked like back in the day when the train station
Yeah,
actually opened up a long
that's
time
what it
ago.
looks like now.
Now, yes, that's what it looks like now indoors.
Yeah.
They let it
Um,
go, but trains
if
still
you
pass under there.
yeah,
Mhm.
and it's funny because if you had not seen the first picture,
Mhm.
you would never have known what this picture
No,
is.
yeah, you would never have known.
It's remarkable. I want people to look at that picture again,
Hmm.
okay? Because I would really take a good look at it.
Hmm.
We're coming up on it right now.
Yeah, that's what it
Look
looked
at
like
that.
when it first started. Yeah, when they had the
Here's
people in
how
there.
you can even tell it's the same building.
Hmm.
Look at the back of the where the door is.
Yes.
That's the only way I was able to tell because of that the
Hmm.
stairs that go up into that foyer.
Yes.
And then I looked at this picture, the one next to it,
Hmm.
and I said, "I'll be damned.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
that's
the
the only
same
way you could
building.
tell.
That's yeah. There's the steps.
Yeah, that's the only way you could tell. When I looked
That-
at it and I thought, wait a minute, that can't be the same. And I put them together and I was like, yeah, that's the only way you could tell that's the same building.
I know.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And it was like just so, that was like so hurtful because that was a beautiful building back in the day. You could get back and forth to
Hmm.
work. And just think of the dad getting off of work, getting off the train, and there's mom and the kids
Yeah.
waiting for him to get off the train.
Right.
Hi, daddy, running to dad or
Hmm.
mom, getting off the train, and mom's right
Yeah.
there or dad's right there in the car waiting for dad, to take him home. And, just, starting the weekend or having supper ready. And
Yeah.
it was just
So
stories.
we promised everybody
Hmm.
that Thursday we would show abandoned
Hmm.
amusement parks.
Yes.
I'm going to keep my word to you
Yes.
guys because not only am I going to show you some pictures, I'm going to show you some video tonight too.
Yes.
Um, this is something everybody always wants to look at. This we did some of this the other night.
Hmm.
This is, of course, the Land of Tomorrow.
Hmm.
Let's put some music on. Why don't we play some music?
Sure. That sounds great.
How's that sound? Right?
Sounds wonderful.
Let's play some music. There you go. So, yeah, you're looking at a swing that goes nowhere.
It's like, well.
A big swing to nowhere.
Hmm.
And a roller coaster that goes up and doesn't come down.
What
That's
that takes me
supposed to
to?
be, that's a water tunnel. That's supposed to be like the tunnel of love, right?
I don't know about
Pretty
that with that
creepy
picture.
looking tunnel of love. And that is the funkiest Ferris wheel I've ever seen in my life. I don't know what that is.
I
There's something you don't see every day, a roller coaster in the middle of the woods.
yeah. It's like, where did it go?
This is the entranceway to a theme park in Germany called Amsterberg.
Cars better be small to fit under there.
Yeah, there's those little dinosaurs we were talking about the other
Aw.
night. And that's on top of a mountain in China, that ride. It's a roller coaster that goes into the mouth of a demon.
I don't know about that one. That
Yeah,
one.
and this one, that devil ride that you just saw,
Uh-huh.
somebody wrote their name on his teeth.
Oh my gosh.
Did you see it said Paul, Paul? Funny.
Okay. I hate to be Paul.
This picture was taken in Chernobyl. This is from the New York World's Fair, 1964.
Wow. Look at that. Beautiful.
Yeah, you're going to see that picture again with a couple of differences, big differences, in fact. Yeah. That's Gulliver from the Land of Lilliput. That's a building, by the way. That's an actual building in the shape of a man.
Wow.
You can't make this stuff up. You really can't.
I just wouldn't say, okay, I want a certain part of him and the arm.
It's crazy, ain't it?
Right?
It really, really is. Now, who puts an escalator in the middle of nowhere? Like, why do you do that? Look
That
at
would be
it.
interesting.
It doesn't go anywhere. There used to be one train in there that ran around the
amusement park?
the World's Fair complex. One train.
Oh my goodness, look at that. It's like in the water.
For people that in New Jersey know this very well, that is the Jetstar roller coaster in the Atlantic Ocean after Hurricane Sandy.
That was the worst
And
hurricane.
that is a huge Ferris wheel. Again, it blew off the pier and landed perfectly straight. You can't make this up.
I just hope we don't get bad hurricanes like that again. That was like one of the worst.
That was brutal. Oh my God, that was brutal.
Yes. We felt some of it here in Florida, so it was bad.
Yeah, well, I got news for you. That thing, we took a direct hit.
Oh.
We took a direct hit on that.
Oh my gosh.
There you go, Amelia.
Oh my God.
That's the World's Fair of New York.
Mm.
There's the Land of Tomorrow building that I showed you.
Oh wow.
There's the big globe. Look at it. There's nothing left, just those two pieces.
Wow.
That's it. It's all gone. It all fell down or was demolished.
Jeez.
That's it. You're looking at it.
And they just left them like that? They're not going to do anything with them? They're just going to leave them like that?
Yeah. That's it.
Gosh.
That is it. And that's, you got to blame the state for that. You really do.
Yeah.
Now, I have to tell you that these look like the most unsafest rides I could ever tell anybody about.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like, I don't know if you want to.
If anybody wants to write a horror film or film a horror film around these two, that would be
well,
good.
It looks like somebody gave a bunch of kids some stuff and said, here, build a Ferris wheel and a swing.
Yeah, like the
Let's
logs.
see what you come up with. Well, this is what
Lincoln
they
logs.
came up with. Oh my God, it's horrible.
Yeah, if anybody wanted to film a horror film, there you go.
This roller coaster is called the Serpent.
Oh, wow.
Guess what?
What?
Nobody ever got to ride it
Really? Why not?
because it closed on opening day.
It closed on opening day?
Yeah. Remember I told you Tuesday
Yes.
about an amusement park that opened?
Yeah, but you weren't gonna tell us till today why.
Nobody knows why.
You don't even know why?
No.
What?
They
Oh my gosh.
opened and then they shut down and they left the place like that and everybody left. The
Well,
whole place, it opens for one day.
mhm.
That was it. And you're looking at it.
Wow. Well, I guess it didn't pass inspection for some reason.
And past inspection, I don't think anybody knew it was there.
I guess I didn't go far into the park.
Oh, remember these? The old photo booth?
Yes, I remember those. Yes.
Here's the old photo booth falling in on itself.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Look at
A
that.
giant roller coaster. You're going to see that roller coaster in a couple of minutes, and you're going to watch it get destroyed.
Wow.
I found a video of it.
Look at
Now,
that. Is it
this
algae
is,
or?
again, New York. I thought this might have been, there you go,
Yep.
Knoxville, Tennessee.
Yep. My kid's hometown.
Luckily, the people in Knoxville did something with World's Fair Park.
hmm
They kept it up.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I know that they used to have the carnivals around it when they came around, or when the fair was in town. They
Right.
used to put them around there. The rides for the kids would be on one side, like the
Yeah.
kiddie rides, and then regular rides would be around it. But of course, they couldn't get around the other
Yeah.
regular rides. So,
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, I saved the best for last because this is going to be probably about 15 minutes in. So I want people to take a look. Some of this is sad.
hmm
Some of it is surprising. Some of it's shocking. But well, here, let's just play the video and let's see.
sure.
I want you to look at roller coaster. You see what it's doing? That roller coaster just fell in on itself. You saw that,
Oh my
right?
gosh! Just one day, just went boom.
Yeah. So what we're looking at here are some of the greatest abandoned amusement parks in America. Top 5.
Look at that.
Okay. This is called Boomers in Ohio. Right?
hmm
Another place, there was a chain of them. And they all went belly up. And I think the one here in New Jersey might have been a Boomer.
Wow.
Look at it. It's a roller coaster sitting next to the highway.
Jeez.
Like, who does that? Like, why?
Get people
Wouldn't you
more
want to
scared
move
than
it away from the highway?
My
It's
goodness.
crazy. But I love the fact that we actually got video of this.
Oh, that's like you're riding it too.
Yeah. You're riding an abandoned roller coaster is what you're doing. I don't know how safe it is or how good of an idea that is, but
No.
here is the wrecking ball taking down this roller coaster. You're going to see the whole thing come down.
And there
Yep.
it goes.
Not yet.
Oh.
There it goes. Apparently, in order to dismantle a roller coaster, you have to swing it. You have to
Wow.
sway it. Because what you've actually got to do, I found this out today, you have to break the tracks.
Wow.
If you don't break the tracks, it won't come down.
You have to dance with it a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You're looking at a part of the Walt Disney World theme park. Everybody knows Disney has the greatest theme parks in the world.
Oh, yes.
But every once in a while, even Disney screws up. And you're going to see one of their screw-ups. Actually, you're going to see a couple of them. That was one of them. Universal Studios Japan.
Mm.
Okay? That's what's left of it.
Wow.
Nothing. Apparently they weren't too high on Mickey Mouse, I guess.
Probably not. because it
Yeah.
wasn't that popular then.
Well, and that's really important that you said that because
Hmm.
a lot of the success of the place depends on the popularity of it.
Yes.
But the question is, what is popular here? Can it be popular there?
Yeah, exactly. Well,
It
just like the Domino's Pizza, all those buildings that they just built in Italy, they're going to be empty very soon. Did you hear about that? Domino's Pizza built a lot of buildings over there. They get pizza, Italy. They shut them down.
No, you're not going to eat Domino's pizza in Italy.
Yeah,
That
they
was a
shut all
huge
those buildings down.
mistake. First of
Exactly.
all, for the Metagon that runs Domino's Pizza,
Hmm.
let me just say, you're a fucking moron.
Yeah, they shut them
Okay?
down. It was in the news.
And Tom Monaghan, the guy that started Domino's Pizza, is
Hmm.
how he made $1 is beyond me.
Yeah,
Other than he got lucky borrowing his parents' money.
yeah, that's what
Because he's a
happened.
fucking idiot.
I mean, Italy
Rest in
pizza,
peace, Tom.
really?
But you like this is crazy stuff.
Yeah, just add that to the abandoned building list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all of what you're looking at right now,
Hmm.
that's all abandoned now. It's all
Oh, yes.
gone. Yeah, it's all gone. Yep, look at it now.
Yeah. Yeah. We had an
See,
abandoned
you can
park.
see
Yeah.
you can see the people enjoying it, and
And
then
now
you look at what it became.
look at that. Just
Remember the
nothing.
beautiful waterfall they just showed you?
Yes.
All gone. Look at it. Nothing there.
Look at that.
Yeah,
I'll be scared to swim in that.
yeah. It's just frightening.
Mhm.
Frightening. It really is sad to think about this.
Very sad.
But you know what? Progress stands still for no one.
Oh, absolutely. It doesn't.
You know?
We had an
You're gonna
abandoned
take
water
a look.
park in Texas
Yeah.
where I'm from. It's about 20 minutes from my hometown. It was abandoned and empty for years and years and years, like 15, 20 years. And finally
Really?
somebody bought it and they actually did something with it now. They reopened
Good.
it, redid the owners, redid everything, and it's open again back to the public.
Right.
I'm glad they finally did something with it
Well,
again.
I'm happy to hear that.
Yes.
I really am.
Oh, look at that ride. It's just awful. Look at those. Just rusted. Look at that.
Look at
Just
that.
destroyed. Look, the paint is off on them.
All this stuff is in the middle of the woods. Look at it.
In the middle. Look at that. Carousel, beautiful.
Yeah.
Carousel, gone to waste. Look at that.
Yep. Look at it now.
Look at that.
This is Ghost Town Village in North Carolina. And trust me, it's a ghost town, folks.
It is. Oh, yeah.
There's nothing there.
See, that train can be bought, put in a mall, or put in some kind of a kiddie
I'm
place.
surprised you just mentioned something.
Yeah,
Why didn't somebody take that?
exactly. That could be used somewhere for kids or for like a place to take for maybe Dollywood could have taken it, or some place that's still active and going, or maybe taken to a carnival that people still travel with, or
Yeah.
maybe an active mall or somewhere.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Interesting stuff.
Look at that. That
Interesting.
probably was a ride somewhere, because look at that hole right in the middle of the grass like that, in the mountain. That could have been
Yeah.
something that they removed at one time.
Yeah. But that doesn't look like a real safe ski lift
No,
there.
it was not. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's when people were having fun, it looks like, back in the day.
Right?
That
So let everybody know what they're looking at for a minute.
it looks like a carnival of some sort back then, or it looks like a ghost town now. Look at that. Isn't it like a old corral of some sort, like maybe a movie set? And it looks like it's built on top of a hill, and look at that abandoned. Uh, okay, that's inside a building. It looks like a bar, a saloon, and that looks like that is a ghost town. And look at that. You could slide down that part in Belgium, and you can rain down, and it looks all rusted down. It's all graffiti. And look at that now. It's all building falling on top of itself, and it's all abandoned. Look at that ceiling right there. People walking down, looking, and be careful, guys. And that you back in the day, that was in a carnival, sliding down. Look at all that rust going, just falling down. Look at those swings. Look at that, those bikes and swings. Look at that. Oh my goodness. You can
What
see
I
the
miss?
rusted.
Anything good?
Just a lot of rusted old rides that you could see in a ghost town, and uh, ceilings falling under themselves.
Wow.
And
We're in the middle of nowhere, huh? Look at
yeah,
that.
look at that. It's just trees falling into it. You couldn't even see what was in there before. That looks
Oh, the
like,
trees grew up around
yeah,
everything. Look
it
at
did.
this.
It was awful. And you missed these guys walking around this bridge, and they were like uh, being very careful. They looked like it was like about to fall in on themselves.
I tell you what I'd really like to do, Million.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to try to get a hold of some of those explorers that you see on YouTube.
They did some really nice videos of showing the abandoned buildings.
Yeah, I want to. You know what? Why don't you reach out to a couple of those people?
Okay.
See what you can come up with.
Okay.
Oh, this place I know about. This is
Yes.
called Bushkill Park
Yeah. They
in
had.
Pennsylvania, upstate Pennsylvania.
Mhm.
I've actually been there as a kid.
Really?
Yeah, I went there as a little kid.
So you must have seen that slide that you could go down in that beanbag. They just showed that one. It was all rusted.
Look at it now.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at that.
All this stuff is still there.
Yeah. But a lot of the rides were rusted, and they had this little swing thing that looks like a little horse thing. It was a
Yeah.
swing. It's all rusted. It was real pretty blue, but now it's all rusted. You can't even ride that
Yeah.
anymore. Scary and unsafe.
It's
Look at
funny to see people's like home movies, you know?
Yes, look at that.
Yeah, it's
Things
underwater.
it looks like. Yeah.
It's flooded. It's underwater. The whole
Yeah.
park is underwater.
And they're still there though, still, but there's like nobody's on the ride. It does look like a ticket booth. All abandoned. Look at
Yeah.
that. Like
Well, did
sand
you see the
everywhere.
top of the merry-go-round? It
Yeah.
was sticking up out of the water.
Yeah. Everything's all sand up to everywhere. Everything's all rusted and torn.
Oh man, awful. It's
Mhm.
terrible.
Look at
This is in the UK. It's called Camelot. The
Mhm.
King Arthur,
Yes.
King Arthur's Camelot.
Mhm.
Um, I sure hope King Arthur's
Yeah.
Camelot was better than this place.
Right? Or at least they had better sand back then.
Right?
Rusty. Oh, look at that, Rusty. Very, very
Yeah,
rusty.
it don't look. It don't look real safe to me. I don't know. I'm glad I never rode it.
Right?
Jeez,
It's
what a
like
mess.
too rusted. Anything could break if you just move like that. Because rust, it'll fall right apart like that.
It's really fascinating though.
Hmm.
Then you look around and all of this stuff had to be built by somebody.
Oh, yes.
Many people spent hundreds of hours
Hmm.
working to build these places, and then one day people leave and they never come back.
They never come back. Uh-uh.
And all that work went for what?
Yes.
You know?
Absolutely.
Here's the loop, the roller coaster loop.
Hmm.
There's the what do you call that? Is that like what is that?
Looks like a inside roller coaster.
Is that a roller coaster? Oh, they're
Yeah.
inside the roller coaster. Oh,
Mhm.
I got it. I see.
Yeah. Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
Oh, that's a tiger. Okay, where'd you come from?
It was like it was like a zoo at one time.
Oh,
maybe,
they
part of
have
a
a zoo.
Yeah, it was a zoo.
That's what it is. They've got a zoo there.
Hmm. So it must have been like an all-in-one kind of thing where you could go
Yeah,
inside
I
and play
thought kind
games,
of what
video
I'm getting
games,
from it. Yeah.
like a amusement park slash zoo.
Oh yeah, there is
and
a zoo.
everything.
Yep, sure is.
Hmm.
All right, now let's see what it looks like today. Oh wow.
Look at that. It's just like a grass growing, trees growing all over it. It's like you couldn't even tell it was something
Yeah.
there at all.
This one's in Berlin, Germany, called Spree Park.
Oh wow, look at that.
There was, I love these films because they're before and after.
Hmm. I always
You
like to look
know?
at the before and after because you could see the beauty of it, but then the sad part is you could see what it
Oh
looks like
God,
now,
yeah,
if
sure.
what you could see what it looks like now, because a lot of it's just so covered up, you can't even see if it
Yeah,
was anything there at all.
yeah. Look at that. I can't even believe that that Ferris wheel still works.
Mm-mm. I can't even believe it is still there. You'd think it'd be like
Yeah,
crumbled down.
it's remarkable to think about it, but yeah, it's still there. But look at the roller coaster. It's in the middle of the woods.
Well, look at that. I'm surprised that the water hasn't even decayed that wood yet and that hasn't crumbled down.
I know.
Yeah.
It's remarkable. Think about that.
Yeah.
That it's still, the thing still works. Look at it.
Yeah, look at
The
that.
place, I want people to understand, the place is abandoned,
Abandoned completely.
you know?
Nobody there, nothing.
I need you to interpret. It
It's
says,
saying
hello,
hello
hasta
is still
Ibanat.
abandoned.
What does that mean?
It's still abandoned in
Yes.
Spanish. Uh-huh.
Oh,
Yes.
well, hello, Corsaliva, Sua.
Yeah.
Am I saying that
Uh,
right? I
Corsaliva
just butchered your name,
Aresusa.
lady. I'm so sorry.
Sí, está abandonado todavía. Muchas gracias por llamarnos con nosotros y muchas gracias que está aquí con nosotros. I just told
What?
her thank
Yes.
you for coming on the chat and thank you for chatting with us.
And what she said, too. Absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you, Corsilva.
Yes, muchas gracias. Oh, look at that. It's
Oh, wow.
the Holy
Oh,
Land.
this was the Holy Land. Remember? We'll talk about this in a minute.
Yes, and I
Do
think that
you
was where the
remember a
zoo
guy
was.
named Jim Baker and Tammy Baker?
Yes. Uh-huh. Yes.
Like the PTL club?
Yes, I do. Uh-huh.
They built this place called Heritage USA.
Mm-hmm.
This is what you're looking at.
Wow.
It lasted maybe 3 years, maybe. I might be generous. I don't think it was that long.
So everything that they were supposed to make
They ran out of money. Let me tell you what happened. You remember what happened with Jim Baker?
Yes.
He got arrested because he was with a prostitute, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Then everybody started taking their money out of the 700. I mean,
Their club. Yes.
the PTL club,
Yes. Uh-huh.
right? He
Mhm.
goes to jail. She leaves him while he's in jail. In the meantime, the PTL club goes to hell in a handbasket and owes everybody money, including Heritage USA.
Yes.
What you're looking at, this is called the Holy Land.
Look at that.
Okay?
Everything's
It's an absolute trash pile.
yeah,
Look at
everybody
it.
just starts dumping their stuff there.
What
Like,
a big neon cross is still there.
wow.
That big cross is still standing.
Hmm.
You know?
Wow.
This is
Everything
called
is-
Wonderland in Beijing, China.
Everything just starts right there, just abandoning their stuff. Like, look at that.
And this place, Amelia, they just closed recently in the last
Recently?
couple of years. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, this is relatively new that they closed.
Is it because of COVID? Probably.
COVID had a lot to do with it,
Mhm.
but the biggest thing that had to do with it was declining ticket sales. Nobody wanted to go anymore
Oh.
because they were, it wasn't the new thing anymore.
No.
People get bored very quickly.
Oh yeah, and the
They really
computers
do.
take over,
Oh
laptop.
God, yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
it's what took over. It's the
Sure, absolutely.
Mhm. Look at that. Everything just
Yeah,
props all just dying and taking over everything.
yeah.
Look at that.
I know it kind of looks like. I thought it when I saw it at first. I thought it was a
Like
rocket. You're gonna laugh. I thought it was a
electrical
rocket
building.
ship.
Yeah, or something electrical building.
did,
of
I
some sort.
I thought it was a rocket ship.
I thought it was like something electrical, like some kind of electrical like field or something.
I could see that too.
Mm-hmm.
I could see that too. But now, come to find out, it was this, kids' playland. Well, it
Really?
was.
Huh. You wouldn't think it was that.
You remember them old go-karts?
Yes, I remember those
You
things.
remember them things?
Yes,
I
they
used
could
to
bump
love the
into people.
go-kart. And then the bumper cars too. I used to
Mm,
like them too
yeah.
when I was a kid. Look at it now.
Look at that.
Empty. Empty.
Listen,
Nothing.
what happened to the rest of it? Look at that.
It's all gone.
It's like it's not even Joyland
Even the
anymore.
seats. Look, there's the Ferris wheel doesn't have any seats on it.
Nope. It's like,
It's the only Ferris wheel we've seen tonight. By the way, let me tell you what you just saw.
yeah, it's like, where's the seats?
Look at there's no seats, right?
Oh,
That's the ride controls.
and it's not even Joyland anymore.
Joyland, right? Exactly.
They took
There's
the joy out of
the
the land.
cars
Isn't
in
that
the
that thing
middle
where
of
you used to
nowhere.
hit to make the lights thing go up for your strength or something?
You know what you're looking at? Venture a guess. What do you think this is?
Maybe
I had to
something
find out what this was.
where you would drive through that thing, maybe?
Nope.
No?
I'll give you another guess.
A train track?
You're in. It's no.
No?
You're wrong. What it is? It's called the Lazy River.
Really?
There was water in there.
Doesn't look like it.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna show you something. Watch. There was water in there, and you float around on your raft, your little tube.
Wow.
Yeah, it was filled with water, and it used to rush around, go in circles or whatever.
Doesn't even look like water would be fitting there. There's all the leaves in.
No, there's no more water in it. The water's gone, of course.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah,
It's like, what happened?
this is a water park in Vietnam.
Oh.
This is, you're gonna see before and after.
Ah, wow.
Look at this place.
Wow, look at that.
It's such a colossal waste of money.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody wastes money more than the Chinese and the Vietnamese.
No, they don't. They invent everything first, from what I hear.
Yeah, crazy stuff. It
Look at
really is.
that.
Such a waste. I guess they got so much money they don't know what to do with it,
Yeah,
I have a suggestion for you. Send some my way.
right?
Send some to Amelia too.
Right?
Her
We
and
give them
Jeff.
so much money already over there, they need to spend it over here.
Crocodiles. Yeah, I want to go someplace that's got crocodiles. Thank you.
All right? Or
I'll
they
stay
come out of
home.
the water.
Thank you very much.
Wow.
The only place I'm going with water is the Jersey Shore. That's it.
Mhm. As long as it's not hurricane season.
Yeah, right.
Well, look at that. What a difference. Look at that. Between the two pictures you just showed.
Remarkable. It's remarkable.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's amazing to think all of the money spent
Mm.
that went.
Look at that. Where in the world had that happened?
Yeah, all
Yeah.
the money they spent.
Six Flags. A lot of the Six Flags did go out of business because
Oh
there
my
was,
God! Yeah, the Six Flags lost a ton of money.
Yes, they did.
But first of all, it's very expensive to go to Six Flags.
Very, very
And
expensive.
a lot of people don't have, $150 for a ticket.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Because they're not cheap.
No, they are not. To be honest
You
with
know?
you, they are not.
And so let's think about it. If you got a family of 4, right?
Even a
That's
baby.
a $600 day just to get in.
Yeah. Imagine the
And then
food you're
you've
gonna have to
gotta-
buy.
Well, yeah, wait, you have to eat food. You got to
Yes.
get a drink. You got to buy tickets to go on stuff,
Yes.
right? You got to pay to park your car somewhere.
Yes. And
Right?
gift shop if you want to get the kids are going. I want this. I
So
want
you're
that. I
looking
want
at,
that.
easy.
Look at
You're
that.
looking at $1,000 day, easy,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Or more.
or more. Yeah,
Look at that. Just gone. Look at
gone,
destroyed.
absolutely gone. Yeah, here's the bumper cars.
Wow.
I can't believe the bumper cars are still there. By the way,
Look at that. Was that a Ferris wheel? I mean,
it was
wasn't-
empty
look
Ferris
at
wheel.
that. Jeez.
Yep, that was it.
My goodness. I mean, just like
Remarkable.
the one here, like we have, as you know, we have Disney World, and a lot of them are losing business too because they said that a lot of people are wanting to go, and then they have
Yeah.
certain specials, or if you're a Floridian, you still can't even afford it if you're from Florida.
Oh my God, please.
Yeah, you can't.
We have a place here in New Jersey
Mm-hmm.
called Six Flags Great Adventure.
Right.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
costs you $150 to get in.
Jeez.
That to get in.
Wow.
Okay.
And that's not including parking.
I, well, no,
Mm-hmm.
parking that's a whole separate thing.
Jeez.
Then you got to pay for your food,
Mm.
and if you've got two kids,
Mm-hmm.
conservatively, you're looking at a $600 day to get in. Let's say you got 5 or 6 kids.
Okay, exactly.
You better hope they got a group rate, because I got
Right.
news for you. You need to take out a bank loan to go to the friggin'
Right.
amusement
For
park.
at least for a day.
Yeah, crazy.
My goodness.
I have an amusement park
Mm-hmm.
up the street from my house.
Uh-huh.
I could literally walk there. That's how close it is.
Wow.
And I'm going to tell everybody about it. It's called Clementon Lake Park.
Mm-hmm.
They have Splash World, Lazy River, and they have the amusement park.
There you go.
They have the second oldest wooden roller coaster in America in this place.
Wow.
It's
There you go.
I mean, I could walk there. That's how close it is. And they closed 5 years ago. The owners wanted to sell it. They were done with the amusement business. They closed the place up. That place sat empty for 5 years. But
Dang.
thank goodness, Amusements of America bought it.
That's good.
I want to tell you what they paid for this amusement park. You're going to shit when I tell you. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
75 acres filled with 3 lakes,
Mm-hmm.
a splash world, a full balls out amusement park, the second oldest roller coaster in the country, right?
Yes.
And its own theater.
Oh, wow.
Okay? They paid $4 million for it.
Wow.
Okay, they stole it for
Exactly.
$4 million. Okay? The roller coaster alone is worth $4 million.
And imagine the theater with it and the popcorn, everything they're going to be selling with that. They'll make their
Oh,
money in a
man.
day. If
Well,
that.
yeah, but you know what? They let you bring your own stuff in sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, you get
And,
sneaking in your bag, you know.
and of course, they'll run specials, things like that,
But it's remarkable when you think about all of the, oh my goodness, all of the abandoned amusement parks and theme parks and just all of the stuff that you grew up, looking at and going to and partaking in, and
Yeah.
then you become an adult and you look back and you can't even have memories of it because they're not even there anymore.
Yeah. The kids today won't know what we grew up with and the memories that we had. Just imagine the stories that
There was a
can't be
place I
told anymore.
remember. Oh, I got to remember this place very well. In Philadelphia,
Mm-hmm.
there was a place called Aquarama. Now, judging by the name, well, you would think it has something to do with water, right? And
Right.
you'd be right. It was a big aquatic venue.
Yeah.
Everything was like sea life, dolphins and whales and stuff like that.
Right.
In Philly, okay? In Philly. But they had a huge, huge tank. The aquarium, okay,
Mm-hmm.
was 5 million gallons.
Wow.
I can't even make this up. 5 million gallons. It was as big as a city block.
Jeez.
Okay, I'm not making this up. You can go online and look at pictures of this place. I'm not even kidding. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
5 million gallons of water rushing through this thing, right? I used to go there and they would have dolphin shows and the whale show and all this kind of stuff. And then one day they just closed.
Wow.
Just closed. No heads up, no warning. It's closed. Come to
Wow.
find out what was happening at the because I didn't know I was a little kid at the time.
Mm.
What was happening is the economy was changing. People were doing different things. They weren't
Mm-hmm.
taking families out anymore. They were doing the in the '60s, doing your own thing, kind of,
Yeah, that's true.
hanging loose, baby, being cool or whatever, you
Right.
know. Um, so like that became passe,
Mm-hmm.
and nobody spent money there anymore. And they just one day they just said, you know what, better to close the place up and
Yeah,
you know and be done with it.
that's
But what
true.
they actually did was they abandoned it, they left it, and then they came back and demolished it. They took everything out. And
Wow.
when they busted that water tank, let me tell you something. That was a flood down Broad Street in Philly like you ain't never seen.
Oh my goodness.
Because they emptied the water out into the everywhere. Everywhere.
Wow.
It was a
Wouldn't they
lot of water.
wouldn't they think to take water tanks and just take the water little by little and
Imagine, how would you want to say it? Imagine the Baltimore Aquarium,
mm-hmm.
okay? Like that size,
Wow.
okay? Huge. It was huge. It was about the size of the Baltimore Aquarium. If you've ever been there, you'll know what I'm talking about.
I've seen pictures
It's
of it.
big. It's a big fucking aquarium, is what it is.
Wow.
Well, Amelia, I'll tell you what. For a Thursday night, this was a hell of an episode.
It was. I
We
enjoyed
actually
that.
ran. I told you too. It's funny because I said we might go an hour and 15.
It was just so sad seeing those abandoned buildings and the
I
hopes
know.
and dreams that people had for their.
Yeah, and this is why I'd like to implore somebody out there.
Mhm.
If anybody listening to me tonight has money, like like a lot of money to spend, do me and Amelia a big favor. Buy one of these abandoned amusement parks and fix it up
Yes,
and bring our childhood back.
absolutely.
Okay.
Or these buildings.
I'm
I
not
mean, there's
asking for a lot.
a
I'm a
lot of
very
these.
humble guy.
Yeah, make
You
one of these
know,
buildings a place for homeless vets or something animal shelter something.
absolutely, absolutely. A
Please,
homeless shelter, animal shelter,
something.
someplace to feed the veterans,
Yes,
someplace. Buy one of these places and do something good with it.
make another clinic,
Give
please.
back to mankind.
Yes,
Well, I'll tell you what. Four. Oh, wait, I can't even say goodbye yet. No, I can't. I got to bring Amelia's. What's coming up? We got a
yes.
special set of shows coming. Tell everybody what's going on.
We
I'll
actually
shut up now. Go ahead.
no. You actually did a poll on our page. It's called "What's the Podcast"
I did. Yes,
page. Now
I
we've
sure
changed the
did.
name, and we have a poll going. So please check us out. And if you're not a member yet, you need to be a member to our page. And we also still have "What's the Buzz" page. And please go in and check us out because there's a poll there that we want
Yep.
you to check out. We want to see what you want to see on our show. And we actually have a show coming up next week. We're going to do a two-part series of a murder, of unsolved murder, actually, of Angelo.
JonBenet Ramsey.
Hmm.
That one. That's a hot button. Man, you talk about a hot button case.
Yes,
It was an unsolved murder. It's still unsolved.
unsolved.
Amelia and I are going to give you our opinions as to who we think did it,
Yes,
but you'll have to wait for that one. We're
absolutely,
going to do a series probably the next 2 months or so
absolutely,
of unsolved murders. Some famous, some you never heard of, but we're going to
exactly.
bring some education to you. Um, we've got the death of Superman, George Reeves.
Hmm.
Who killed Superman?
Yes,
Yeah, George Reeves. Was he murdered or was it suicide?
hmm
Well, you might think twice after our episode.
Right.
Um,
The
what
Black
happened?
Dahlia.
Yeah, what happened to the Black Dahlia?
Mm-hmm.
You know, did Jack the Ripper ever get caught? Who was Jack the Ripper?
You never know
You know,
until you see our show.
we're gonna zap. Tell you what, I'm gonna lay some education on you guys.
Yep.
I'm gonna lay the education smackdown on your ass.
Yep. And a lot
I'll
of the
tell
stuff
you
I
what.
didn't know, I'm gonna find out myself.
Well, I hope so. You
Because
gotta
you
give
know
them some
what? I got the
answers
best
with me.
teacher right there.
You know what, you
What?
uh, give me a hard time all the time. She
I
loves to give
do.
me a
I
hard
have to
time.
give you a hard time because who else is not going to give you a hard time?
My wife,
Well, I got to be
she
the other
married
one.
me. She
I
has
got to be
first
the other one
dibs.
giving you a hard time on 2 nights a week.
My wife she's got first dibs on giving me a hard time.
I
You
got you
gotta
for
wait
2
in
hours.
line, kid.
I got you 2 hours a week.
It's first here's it first it's my wife,
Uh-huh.
then it's my daughter,
Mm-hmm.
then it's my mother. We won't talk about that. Then it's
Well,
you.
yeah, I get Tuesdays and Thursdays for an hour. I get.
Yeah, right. Well, I'll tell you what. Now we can tell everybody.
Yes.
For Amelia Pitbull Chapman, I am Angelo Mad Dog DeCipio. Till we see you next Tuesday, everybody. Be good to each other. Be kind. And
Absolutely.
remember, we always ask the question, what's the
What's
buzz?
the buzz?
Take care, folks. Bye bye.